Welcome to the Big Success Show. Today, 4 steps to reach your goal faster.
Big Success with the Professor and Mary-Lynn.
Can you say that any faster, Mary-Lynn?
Reach your goal faster.
There you go. That's better.
Faster.
Well, and so today's show is inspired by the Indy 500 because it's today.
Yes.
Today's the big day.
Yes, it is. It's Memorial Day weekend, which is when the Indy 500 is traditional. And
they're expecting record crowds this year, of course, because, last year, because of COVID,
right.
Now everybody's ready to go,
Nobody was able to go anywhere. So, but it's an iconic race in the world of racing, and Indy cars race, and it's in Indianapolis, so hence the name Indy 500, right?
And they do go very, very fast.
In fact, we were there once for time trials, and here's what it sounded like.
I have to laugh, Mary-Lynn. It sounds like you pulling out of the driveway.
Hey, wait. I guess you're right.
Hi there, my name's George Kruger, a.k.a. the Professor.
And I'm Mary-Lynn. Horsepower equals speed to race car drivers. And generally speaking, the higher the horsepower of a car, the faster it will go.
When your goal is to get the checkered flag in your life, your career, or your business, and in Indy racing terms, the checkered flag, if you don't know, means winning the race. Well, it pays to rev up your horsepower.
So let's go to the professor's whiteboard to see how to do just that.
Doggone it, I crashed and burned again, Mary-Lynn.
I see you did. All right, let's get to it. 4 steps to reach your goal faster. Number 1, focus on core skills.
You need to improve and refine the core skills required for your craft. Now, of course, you're going to work on these on the job, but it's also important to work on them away from the pressures of the job because perfect practice makes perfect. We've been told wrong all of our lives.
Yes.
We've said practice makes perfect, but if you practice wrong, you're just going to get worse and worse. So perfect practice makes perfect. Keep learning about your trade.
And there are lots of ways to keep honing that trade, to keep learning more. What are some examples of that?
Well, like in most industries, there's a trade association of some sort, and those trade associations often have some kind of a journal, or they've got a website, obviously. They've got places for you to go and get information specific to you and your peers.
Okay.
And so that would be one example. Another thing might be to take industry-specific classes. Maybe there's a workshop, a conference, something like that.
Right. If your company also is allowing you to be able to take some continuing education, take advantage of that, right?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And subscribe to industry blogs, to industry podcasts, look for webinars in your industry, that kind of thing. And then, of course, the big one, really, I think it all comes down to relationships. And the way we start those relationships is usually through networking. So take every opportunity you can to network with peers in your industry.
The second step to reach your goal faster on the professor's whiteboard is to work on soft skills.
Yeah, your hard skills are those things, those core skills that we just talked about. Those are the things that are going to get you hired. Your soft skills are going to be the things that get you retired comfortably. Okay?
Okay.
So in other words, it's your hard skills that are going to get you the job. It's your soft skills that are going to keep you in the job, but also get you promoted.
Absolutely.
So they're just as important as the key skills of your profession. You have to be able to communicate effectively to rise to the top faster. So work on building your communication skills and your people skills, both at work and away from the office. Because if you think about it, these are things we can practice with our family. We can practice these in many ways. Yeah.
And what are some examples of ways to improve on your soft skills?
Well, once again, you may take a course. Like we just talked about communication. Maybe you take a course on writing, business and technical writing kind of course, or a public speaking course.
Right. That also makes me think about like Toastmasters clubs. You could join a Toastmasters club and learn how to do better improv and speaking and
Absolutely,
things like that.
Mary-Lynn. You can start a blog for your industry.
To become a voice of
exactly.
for your
I mean,
industry.
there's many ways you can do this. The list is almost endless, but these skills will be ever more important as you rise to positions of greater responsibility.
All right. The third step to reach your goal faster on the professor's whiteboard is to push your limits.
Take it to the limit one more time.
Yeah,
right?
There we go. The Eagles. What a great
That's
song.
right. Well, it's important that you get to the edge of your comfort zone every day. What does that really mean? Well, it's just, you get to that edge of your comfort zone and then you go a little bit further. And what you really find is that you're at the point, when you get to that point where what you know intersects with what you don't know, that's where all growth, personal growth, that's where all personal growth
and
takes
professional
place.
growth, right?
And professional growth. Absolutely right, Mary-Lynn. So if we want to grow, we've got to push ourselves to the limits every day. So if you're not reaching that point, you're not revving up your horsepower. You're just racing along with the same old engine. You have to push yourself until you're uncomfortable for you to gain an edge.
That brings us to the fourth step in 4 steps to reach your goal faster. And this step is to learn and adjust.
Yes, I'm very partial to learning.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, because we're learning core skills, soft skills, pushing ourselves to the limit. So we're taking all this information in, and now we need to adjust.
Yeah, and here's the first thing we're going to realize. We're going to make mistakes. So just understand, if you're moving beyond your comfort zone, you're going to make mistakes. Now, if you want to get
I
to
guess
your...
let me just say, you probably want to be careful about the mistakes you make because, you don't want to get fired.
Right. The point is, just don't think that you have to be perfect, especially when you're at first pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. You think about when we learn any new thing, when we learn how to walk, we take a step. We're proud of that step. Then we fall down. The next time up, we take 2 steps, and then we fall down. And eventually, we're able to walk. Right. But it doesn't happen instantly. Well, and the same thing is true of any new skill.
Well, when I think about big success, when we try something new, sometimes it's not that it's a mistake. It's just that as we've tried something and it didn't necessarily garner the results we want, we make some changes. And then, so we're able to, based on getting that incoming information, we're able to learn and adjust and then make things better.
Absolutely right. So when you master this, you're going to realize that the faster you make mistakes, the faster you learn, and the faster you adjust, and the faster you reach your destination, the faster you get to that checkered flag.
So to review the professor's whiteboard, we talked about 4 steps to reach your goal faster. Trying to get that checkered flag in life and career and business. And number 1 is to focus on core skills. Number 2, work on soft skills. Number 3, push your limits. And number 4, learn and adjust.
Many people find themselves racing in circles. Successful people keep their eye on the prize so they reach their goals faster. That's big success.
Want to reach your goals faster? Our life purpose quiz can help, and it's free. Find it at Big Success, that's big with 2 G's, success.com. We hope you'll join us next time. We're going to talk about what to do if you want to start a business, but you don't have enough money.
Thank you so much for listening today. We're going to toast you listening today with a glass of milk.
And until next time, here's to your big success.
Find big success at biggsuccess.com.